Hey, how's everyone doing? It's almost tomorrow. Well, I figured I'd come up on here to do my best thinking at night. So, to see how everyone's doing and the things we can talk about. And so, let's get it going. I hope y'all day was fine. Mine was pretty good. It's Thursday. And honey, them government checks that come in for the business came in. So, we doing pretty good today. So we want to talk about some hot topics. We're going to start off with our pilot. Well, no, we're going to actually start off with different court cases I wanted to go over and talk about. And then we'll hit the politics. And from there, we'll get into our nice reality stuff and, celebrity gossip. So let's get it going here. We're going to start this day out. I think we want to go back and remember. No, before we do anything, we're going to wish Joe Biden happy birthday. Joe Biden turned 82 yesterday. And it was 82, November the 20th, 1942 is his birthday. That's the same day as my not my grandmother, my aunt, my little brother, and my cousin. Their birthday all on the same day. It was a popular day, I guess. So I was wishing happy birthdays on Facebook and everything. So we're gonna go down here and we're gonna start out the day wishing Uncle Joe happy birthday. So happy birthday, Joe Biden. Happy birthday. 82 years old. That's a blessing because most people don't make it that far. I know a couple of people that passed on last week, but happy birthday to Joe Biden, and hopefully he have a nice retirement when he's out of government. So happy birthday. So from there, I wonder, do y'all remember the lady Susan Smith? Let's give y'all a little walk down memory lane. Remember way back in the day, was in the 90s when a lady said someone stole her car and her two little babies was in there, and it was a black man. A black man took her car, stole her babies. Well, turned out, not only did a black man not take her car and take her babies, she took that car, rolled it off in some water, and left them babies in there because she was supposed to be wanting this guy to like her or something, but he didn't like her kids or the fact that she had children. So she killed her baby. Well, took her babies out and pushed her car into I think it was a pond or something like that, and let her children die. But anyways, she came up for parole. What was it? She came up for parole yesterday. And guess what? Parole denied. It's like, woman. She was down there in the jail getting it on good, they say. Allegedly. Getting it on with the guards, doing all kind of stuff. And they're like, nah, she ain't learned no lesson. We're going to let her stay on in there. And that goes to Susan Smith, them with the two little babies. And honey, it was like, nah, we ain't having it. It happened in South Carolina. So they denied her. She was, like I said again, it happened in 1994. She drowned her two little boys and said her car was carjacked by a black man. Because of all things, you want to blame something on the black man, gonna steal your kids, and then it turns out she did all of this just so she can get a man. Really? Girl. Anyways, that was it. And they told her bye-bye. The next thing I want to talk about was the remember the police lady that came to her apartment, and I don't know how she even got an apartment, but thought she came to her apartment and eliminated the guy that was in there that was sitting eating a bowl of ice cream. Well, Botham Jean was his name, and his family was awarded nearly $100 million. 98 million was how you pronounce it. I don't even know how to say it. I don't got this kind of money. But 98.65 million is what they were awarded in the civil wrongful death case they had. And I said this money needs to be coming out of the policeman's retirement fund instead of from the city, state, or however that money is doled out. Because if it came out of that retirement fund, they would stop killing these people. They think twice about it. And they start seeing their pension money leave. I'm trying to scoot my chair up, so excuse me. So yeah, so her name, what was her name? Something Geiger. Amber Geiger. Okay. So it says, I'm here on attorney Benjamin Crump's page. It says this 98.65 million dollar verdict in the civil case concerning Botham Jean's tragic death stands as a powerful testament to Bo's life and the profound injustice in his death. On September the 6th, 2018, Botham was doing nothing more than sitting in his home eating ice cream when Amber Geiger, an off-duty officer, wrongly entered his apartment and fatally shot him. Today's verdict sends a clear message that the law enforcement officers who committed this crime cannot be insulated from the consequences of their actions. I mean, this is great. It doesn't bring back his life. I remember this case because I remember when she was being tried and how his brother went up there and wanted to hug her. I wanted to snatch him back. I was like, what is wrong with you? I guess Jesus told him to do it. Because I don't know, that day I might not have been paying attention to Jesus. Oh, Lord, I wouldn't have. Because that was just truly, I don't know. But he wanted to do it. I don't know. I just was like, oh, no. But whatever. But congratulations to their family. I know that this was probably a terrible loss, but some money can kind of help the wound a little bit, I would guess. But, it's nothing like having him here. And then he was, how old was he again? Did it say his age? I think he was in his 20s, but that's a shame. You'd be eating a bowl of ice cream in your own apartment and be taken out for no reason. So eating ice cream while black, it's a high risk job right there. So then we're going to turn it on to another case that was settled yesterday. And that was of Jose Antonio Ibarra. He's sentenced to life without parole. And they ain't been messing around down there in Georgia. This man, they didn't even, he got found guilty and they gave him a sentence all at the same time. So Ibarra was convicted on all charges in the death of 22-year-old nursing student Laken Riley. And from what I understood, this man, the girl was jogging and she was jogging there on campus, and I believe she was, assaulted sexually and, kidnapped and murdered. So, and this is the case that got Trump, to go on and say like how they, the Biden administration let this man in. He came in here illegally, and if he wasn't here, if he had tougher laws, that girl would still be living. I don't know, but the judge that was presiding over this case, his name was Judge Haggard, sentenced Jose Ibarra to life without parole for the murder of Laken Riley. Riley was brutally killed by Ibarra on a run on the University of Georgia campus. So, I mean, I don't know, kind kind of person. I was watching it on TV and I was wondering, because my mind always thinking, is this guy being railroaded? Because I didn't really follow the case, but by seeing them as they were headed out the sentence, and I had to Google like, was there DNA and all that, but I believe that's all was there because it looked kind of looked sad. And, I'm always trying to give a person the benefit of the doubt, but the DNA said he did it or whatever. I guess you did it. So I guess that's one illegal immigrant they didn't got rid of or gonna have them in there making license plates. So let's see what else. And speaking of courts, now I wanted to put a picture of them up, but I don't think I maybe do have it. Let's see here. Let's see if I got the picture. I got all kind of stuff on here. Let's see, which was where we're going. I think that's the wrong way. But anyways, I'm going to read it from my phone. Biden has been busy appointing. He has been busy appointing people to the federal circuit courts. And he appointed, it got appointed and confirmed Embry, yes, I think that's how you pronounce it, Embry Kid. And I can find his, let's go back here. I can find his picture here, but he was a black man. He was appointed to the circuit court. Was it at the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals? So they're trying to get those federal judges in, and so far Joe Biden has put in 215 of them. I can't find nothing on this phone here now. What is this? Okay. If we can go ahead and find it. Yeah. So it said the U.S. Senate confirmed Embry Kid to serve on the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals, marking President Biden's 215 judicial appointment. Kid could be on the short list for the future of the Supreme Court appointment. Well, that's unless y'all get out there and vote. Because as long as we got them, they ain't about to put nothing like this in here. Not this guy here, but I'm going to let you see this picture. Let me see if I can. Oh, Lord. Let's see if I can. I'm trying to figure out which way is to be the best way to show it. You won't be able to see it. Oh, wow. Look him up. His name is Embry Kid, and he just was appointed. He's a young-looking black man. I would say he's got to be somewhere maybe about 35 years old or so. Nice looking guy, little chocolate brown guy. But he's in the in the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals, and he just got confirmed. So Joe Biden doing the work. Everybody act like, Joe Biden ain't doing that. He's still working, honey. He is working. He then put in the first black female Supreme Court justice. He put in the first black female vice president. We go here. And he also then put in Judge Kidd. Now I don't know how many more judges he didn't put in, but he's in there, he working still. So y'all don't be trying to call him Sleepy Joe because he's still out there doing the good Lord's work, honey. So now as we still talking about court, let me go back. Since we're here and we're dealing with court and everything, let me make sure she next on the docket because I think that she next. We're going to talk about our good girl from Housewives of Potomac. Ashley Darby. Now, I've been watching the show and I haven't did my, I was going to do it probably tomorrow. But I'm going to have to do it for 2 weeks tomorrow. But she was saying that on the show that there should be something in June about her. I thought that was in my paperwork about her maybe an upcoming divorce or whatever. I think they went to a mediator or something. But now we see that Ashley Darby files for divorce from Michael Darby. So it says the Real Housewife of Potomac star and the businessman appear to be on the same page. As Michael told TMZ, they've already reached an amicable and fair settlement. Ashley Darby filed for settlement papers on Wednesday, November the 20th, and it includes shared custody of their sons, their two sons, Dylan and Dean. And the divorce comes over 2 years after they announced their separation. Now, so what season are they on Potomac? So she getting a storyline together for next year. So she files. I wonder if it goes through. We just have to wait and see. But that's our own Miss Ashley Darby. She be stirring the pot over there at on Potomac. And see how she gonna be stirring the pot with this little sexual deviant right here. So let's go ahead and get away from this one. And while we're talking about Potomac, we're gonna go to our good girl Candace. And as we know, Candace just had her baby. And she's had some issues. And like I always tell people, when you're having a baby, that's the closest thing you are to death. And, everything, that's why these little babies have to thank God that we went along with it, because I had to have 2 cesareans. So Miss Candace talks about her issues here after having her baby. Let's unmute this.
In the blank.
Ooh, as a new mom, I feel, like I've been through a war. And I only say that because pregnancy was amazing, labor was amazing, birth was amazing. Postpartum for me is where it was ghetto. Finding out about a week after I gave birth, I had to have a CAT scan because I was having excruciating pains in my left abdomen, that I have a blood clot in my left ovary. And I have to be on blood thinners for the foreseeable future, which is it's like, I just wanted to have a baby. I just wanted to bring a human into the world. And now I have to deal with this health issue. And it was hard for me because I'm healthy. I work out, I eat right, I take care of my body. And it was just a mind F to then have to deal with this thing that changed me. And it makes you feel like, well, did I make the right decision to get pregnant right now? Why God? Why is this happening to me now? So I've been kind of grappling with that. And that's been hard. But overall, I feel amazing. I feel blessed. I feel very changed. I feel like I went into a portal and came out. And I'm still trying to get my bearings on the other side of this portal. But it's an amazing journey.
As a new mom, I feel fill in the blank.
She filled that blank in. Oh, yes, she did. A lot of times, when we have our children, we don't think of all the different consequences that could happen. And I went in to have my child 31 years ago. And, the first thing my friends, they told me, hey, when you get there, you want to ask for an epidural. You want to make sure this, that, and the other. So I'm doing all the stuff. And, I was expected to have a natural birth. I mean, a vaginal birth. And I ended up having to have a cesarean. And it was an emergency one because they couldn't find the baby's heartbeat any longer. So, a lot of things can happen unexpectedly. And those are things we have to take in consideration because not every birth is easy. And I want to wish her the best of luck. And, hopefully her bundle of joy keeps her happy. and a medical issue heals itself. So as far as Miss Ashley and who else we had there? Ashley, and then we had Candace from Real Housewives of Potomac. Then we want to talk a little bit about Miss Ellen DeGeneres. Her wife said, since Trumpton came here, we leaving these here United States. No, we can't take it. No, we can't take it. No, he the president, and we can't be here. We got to go. So they going over to England. Let's see what it say here. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. This is Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi moved to England after Trump's election win. I mean, I don't know what she got to be scared about. She rich and she, the complexion for protection. I don't know. It's nice to have that luxury to go to another country. But her and her wife decided that they are not staying here in the United States because he's the president. I wonder how much better it is over there in England. So we'll look and we'll see how that works out for her. So from there, who did I want to talk about? We want to talk about some of the things that's been going on since Trump been elected. And these racists are out here loud and proud. And they decided that they're here sending folks letters. Even in my state, I'm from Indiana. And they sent some of these racists and sent around. I can't even find it now. I thought I had it somewhere in here. They just sent around racist letters saying that they about to get rid of the immigrants and all that from the clans. Some clan from out of Kentucky. And also, Lord, I can't even find what I'm looking for. But I had it now. Let's see here. Here we go. Yes. So out here in Columbus, Ohio, we have people showing
Y'all done? Y'all ain't done, are you?
White praise of vigor!
Yeah.
White praise of vigor!
Why y'all hiding y'all's faces? Why you hiding your faces? Don't hide your face. Don't hide your face. Keep going. Don't stop. Where they going? Look at them, scared to show their faces. Man, there's some racial shit, bro. Y'all done? Y'all done? Yeah, come do that shit at nighttime. Come do that shit at nighttime. Come back at nighttime.
Well, this is disgusting. It truly is. And one thing I don't understand, that how emboldened these races are. I mean, you think I'm born 1972. Coming up as a kid, I didn't really experience racism. And I live here in Indiana, Northeast Indiana. I didn't experience that. I didn't experience none of this. I mean, most of our schools was mostly, white, but it was diverse, but, it was still going to be more white. But, and these were the schools in the hood, we don't really have a hood here, but whatever. I just ain't never seen a time, because you think about, okay, this is something my grandma had to deal with or something, but not like this. I mean, this is just something, I guess the racists like the president, so I guess they feel like, okay, we're going to come out and show our asses. But I wish you show your ass with your mask off. Because all during COVID, they would never put the goddamn mask on. Now you got to cover up your face when you want to do your little Hitler march, Nazi march. What's the word? I mean, what are y'all proving with this? I mean, it's so bad. They even the kids was doing it. There was a teacher talking about it. I hope I saved it. That happened in I think it was a middle school. That the kids in it, and I don't even know what kind of school would let the kids walk around. First round, you walk around with your MAGA hat on and carrying a Trump flag, I believe it was, kind of marching in the school. And here's a teacher talking about it. I mean, oh Lord.
Is talking about. She's a fashion teacher at Beverly Hills High School who says on the day of the election, there was a mob going down the hallway.
It was just mob of kids, just so many kids outside my door. And they had one had a Trump flag on a pole, on a flagpole. Another, it was just so many of them. Some of them had on MAGA hats. Some, had on just Trump fans apparel.
She says someone tried to open her classroom door, says it upset some of her students.
At this school, I've had to deal with a lot of racism.
But at a recent school board meeting, students talked about how scared they were, given what happened outside Bella Ivory's classroom during election week.
And it became utterly impossible to just ignore it. From 8:30 to 2:30 all week, being at school felt like being in a nightmare. What the Black students and Miss Bella had to deal with that week had absolutely nothing to do with politics. That week, being stormed, being called the N-word, being shunned, all because you were Black, became the normal.
In recent weeks, I have seen racial slurs scrawled across the walls of our bathrooms, hateful rhetorics being spoken by fellow students in the hallways we share, and violent behavior towards Miss Bella and our club.
Bella Ivory also spoke at the board meeting.
They looked so frightened. Then I said, I'm not going to open the door. And then the student said, they look like KKK.
The district tells Fox 11, we remain deeply committed to upholding a secure and conscientious setting where students can responsibly and considerably engage in the democratic process. But the district says it is investigating.
I'm going to tell you how scary it was.
This is what Bella Ivory is.
No, the democratic process? Since when is the democratic process looks like storm? I mean, I just ain't never seen nothing like this. That almost looked like what happened on Capitol Hill to me. That looked like when they was walking out inside the Capitol building and doing all they doing and shitting on the floor and pissing and everything. Since when in school you could do this? I thought you had to have hall passes. Where the hall monitor at? Why are they walking around in the school building? Is this after school? And you're marching for what? You don't march, you march outside. Why are you marching inside the school and trying to put fear in these other people? Because I bet you if it was a bunch of Black kids walking around talking about their Black Panthers, there'd have been a whole issue. And everybody probably would have been suspended. Allegedly. Probably. I'm not going to say allegedly. I'm going to for real. It would happen. So with all this racial stuff going on, one group of men decide, their city, the Black men organized to counter the hateful message. And this is what happened in Columbus, because when we had the Nazi march over the weekend, that happened in Columbus, and this is what the men in their city decided to do. So it says, after a neo-Nazi march in their city, Black men organized to counter hateful message. And we're going to let me read this. It says, a group of Black leaders and locals marched through Columbus, Ohio, in a unity rally Sunday, one day after the neo-Nazis walked through the same street carrying Nazi flags, chanting racial slurs, and white nationalist slogans. Reverend Dietrich Holmes, senior pastor at Columbus Union Grove Baptist Church, said he received frantic calls from members of his congregation as the people walked along North High Street, dressed in all black with red masks. carrying black flags with swastikas on them. They yelled, "Bow down, nigger." It's an N-word, but we know what they said. And the other racist chants. And as they made their way through the state capitol, they walked all the way to the state capitol of Short North Arts District. It says, following the march, black locals like Holmes wanted to send a message of solidarity. They said, the 100 Black Men of Central Ohio, a service organization that mentors young black men, along with attorney Sean Walton Jr., Holmes and the other locals then organized a counter rally Sunday afternoon. And these are these beautiful brothers here. When I was watching the video, I couldn't make out what they were saying. But bow down, N-word. But they only find the courage to say that kind of stuff with the mask on. They're not taking it off. They have the mask on, because they don't want you to know that, oh yeah, we may be the local deli man, the local janitor in the high school. These look like these low functional white men right here. I don't know. It might be a doctor in there somewhere. That's why they don't want you to know that who the faces are. Because you'd be like, oh, this man. Oh, wait a minute. He the one driving the bus? Oh, this man. He the football coach over there? No, you want to be a racist. Do your be a racist out loud so I know who the heck you are. That way we ain't got to cross paths. I want to know my races when they say they want me to bow down. I don't want you to tell me to bow down with your whole mask off so I can see your face. It's supposed to be, if I'm supposed to bow down and say yes'm, no'm, no. These folks is I don't know. This is a different time, and like I said, I never really experienced racism. I don't feel. Not until my son experienced racism until he was older. He was probably he was in middle school. And it's kind of like around the Trayvon Martin time. I'm like, oh my goodness, why is my son being called a nigga by some little white girls? And, but I don't know. Let's get on off of that. Because I can go down a whole rabbit hole with that mess. And we're going to talk about somebody, I guess, getting a little good look. But his little court stuff is we're going to talk about Mr. Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett conviction overturned by the Illinois Supreme Court. So now we got racists over there marching over there in Ohio. Indiana, they getting Klan mail. Illinois, they overturned a fake hate crime. Gotta love America, don't you? Because we still in that drunk dang on stupid there. So let's go over here and let's find out what they said over here. Because I was reading it earlier. And I go, Jussie, you need to just take this and be quiet. Don't say nothing. Just take a little win, I guess, and just leave it alone. Get out here to, try to do all these little, the roundabouts with all the different talk shows. But it says Special Prosecutor Dan K. Webb has issued a statement saying he's disappointed with Illinois Supreme Court decision and respectfully disagreed with the overturning of Jussie Smollett criminal conviction. Webb made it clear that the court's decision has nothing to do with JS or Jussie Smollett's guilt or innocence. He categorically believes Smollett is guilty of perpetrating a hate crime hoax against the city of Chicago. And there go Mr. Smollett right there. So would they overturn it on a technicality? Let's see what happened. He also pointed out that the court's ruling had nothing to do with his 2 years of work on the case because he was appointed. Oh, God. Quit moving around. He was appointed to a special prosecution role 5 months after the Cook County DA Kim Fox made a plea deal with Smollett. And Webb says it was the plea agreement that led to the unprecedented resolution initially in the case. Okay, this little page on TMZ is about to get on my nerves. And then it says, if it doesn't quit jumping around, the resolution initially in the case, which was the driving factor for the Supreme Court decision today. In other words, Webb said he did nothing wrong. So you letting you know, like, hey, I didn't mess the case up. I don't know why they overturned it. They overturned it maybe because of his plea agreement, whatever. It says Justice Attorney Nenye Yuch tells I don't know how you pronounce that name. Tells TMZ Justice is very pleasantly surprised, even ecstatic. Yuch, is that how you say it? Yuch emphasized the court's decision was unanimous. So I mean, his client deserved it. He pointed out in the age of social media, courts need to push back and defend the rule of law and due process. Watch the video. We might do all that. Anyways, that is that there. I think that's all I'm about to do on some court. There's some Diddy news. I think one of the accusers that accused Diddy of a crime or an assault, the judge threw it out on technicality or something. I guess he wanted to be considered. What was that? He wanted to be considered a like a John Doe or something, and he didn't have permission or something to that effect. So the case was thrown out. But yeah, so Justice Smollett, he didn't got away with a crime. And he sided out him big time because when he first came out with that little bitty dang noose he had and whatever junk they threw on him, and he out at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whatever time o'clock in the morning, walking through the streets of Chicago to get, what was he getting? He went to go and get a foot-long sub. I don't know. I side-eyed the whole thing, so I don't know what that was all about. But whatever it was about, he didn't. He got it overturned. So hopefully he just lay low, and maybe he can get back to acting again. Maybe they can come back out with a, what was he on? Empire. Empire comes back. Empire Strikes Again. So now we're going to go for about Justice Smollett. And we're going to talk about, our next person we was going to talk about was how, if I can get on.
I'm a little nervous, but I'm ready.
No, we're not a little nervous and ready. We'll talk about Beyonce being snubbed at the Country Music Awards. And Billy Ray Cyrus had something to say about it. Looks like Shabuzi, he ain't getting that damn award either. They don't want us up in that country music thing. They said, look, they got something, they ain't gonna try to let y'all have that too. Nah, we about to keep that for ourselves. So let's go over here and see what he had to say about that. I think I need to go through and just delete a bunch of stuff off of here. I'll be thinking I'm going to need it for later. Let's go here. If I can find it. Because all these folks is looking alike to me right now. Here we go. Okay, this is from the Jasmine brand. This is Billy Ray Cyrus says Beyonce was snubbed by the CMAs. Her album was brilliant. You know, I mean, we know it was, Beyonce gonna do Beyonce. And we know she was snubbed. And, the facts are the facts, she had everybody around there boot scooting boogie with, what was the Cowboy Carter? What was the first song? Everybody, oh God, Texas. Well, the Texas Hold'em. Had everybody around here in the little cowboy boots and hats, and just playing the song. We all was all in. Now go ahead, Beyonce, go ahead. And so it goes on to say he believes she was snubbed by the CMAs, which failed to nominate Bey for any awards despite her Cowboy Carter album. And that album, it did well. A lot of people, bought it and however they do now, stream it and whatever. But, TikTok had going on crazy over there, honey. Everybody was learning that goddamn on dance, honey. That's where we, Cowboy Carter, Texas Hold'em, shoot, that was like We Are the World, honey. Everybody was holding hands and we were being united because of Beyonce. She brought us together. She brought the whites, blacks, and everybody together. And we had on our cowboy boots and our blinged out shorts and cowboy hats. And honey, we was boot scooting boogie all over the place. And Billy Ray Cyrus had something to say about it. Yes, he sure did. So, Beyonce ain't bothered though, because she knows she can do it, honey. That little award wasn't doing nothing extra for her. So we're going to get off of Beyonce. And we're going to talk about Mr. Denzel. Now, he done came to the forefront and told us about his drug use. Now, how? Now, we thinking Denzel, but not Denzel. Maybe Training Day Denzel. Or he got game Denzel. But listen to this. This is, wow. Denzel admits he's done damage his body over the years through drugs and alcohol. I shot dope, but I never was strung out. What they call those? A functioning addict. Come side-eyeing you a little bit, but you out there in Hollywood, so Hollywood people do Hollywood things, honey. It says neighbors. This is from the Neighborhood Talk. Get into this. Denzel Washington is opening up about his past drug and alcohol use. Though Denzel makes it clear he never got addicted to any harsh vices, he admits that he has dibble-dabbled into things over the years. While speaking with Esquire magazine, Denzel, 69, shared that on his 70th birthday, he will officially have been 10 years sober. What? So you telling me Malcolm X, Denzel? My nail missing. Denzel says throughout his career, he has done damage to his body by drinking wine frequently. Really? Why? You sure want no brown liquor? And occasionally shooting dope. Okay. Okay. But now that he's older, he's taking more care of his body so he can enjoy his old age. Sir. So you were drinking some wine and shooting dope? I don't know how those things work because I don't do neither one of them, but I would have just imagined that was brown liquor. Well, I don't know. It says things are opening up for me now, like being 70. It's real and it's okay. This is the last chapter. If I get another 30, what do I want to do? My mother made it to 97. I'm doing the best I can. In the interview, Denzel explained how he became addicted to drinking wine. Oh, okay. Wine is very tricky. It's very slow. It ain't like boom all of a sudden. He said, I never got strung out on heroin, never got strung out on coke, never got strung out on hard drugs. I shot dope just like they shot dope, but I never got strung out. Excuse me. I shot dope just like they shot dope, but I never got strung out. Denzel added, and I never got strung out on liquor. I had this idea of wine tasting and all that, which is what it was at first. And that's a very subtle thing. I mean, I drank the best. He drank the best. Okay. Denzel says it wasn't until he got a wine cellar in his house that he realized that he might be addicted. I learned to drink the best, so I'm going to drink my 61 and my 82. See, I don't know what none of this means or whatever we had. Is this the year? Is it like 1961 or is it like 1861? Is it 1982 or 1882? I don't know. Wine was my thing, and now I was popping $4,000 bottles. He rich though, just because that's what was left. Some of them folks that was strung out on the cocaine, on the what do they call it? Is that called the white horse? Their addiction was way more expensive than that. Way more. Okay. Despite this taste for expensive wine, Denzel made it clear that he never indulged while he was preparing for a role. Okay. Saying, I never drank while I was working or preparing. I would clean up, go back to work. I could do both, functioning addict. However, many months of shooting, bang. Many months of shooting, bang, it's time to go. The boom, then boom, 3 months of wine, then time to go back to work, he says. Glad he was able to kick the habit. Well, it just sounds like me and Eden. I do good until I get around them cookies, and then I just tear them all up. As long as there's no cookies around, I'm fine. But God bless him. I'm glad he wasn't, to the point that he could not control himself or either, having severe health complications because he was, maybe could have got addicted or something, I don't know. I don't know about none of this kind of stuff. I don't really drink. And I don't like to spend my money that way. But I hope that $4,000 wine tasted really good. So let's hear. So we want to move on right along. There's one little thing I wanted to talk about, and that's the University of Texas. It's expanding its free tuition program. And let's see here. The University of Texas is expanding its free tuition program, allowing undergraduate students from families earning $100,000 or less to receive free tuition and fees starting next fall. The UT board, whatever UT means, board has given preliminary approval to the expansion of the Promise Plus program, with a final vote set for Thursday, which would have been today. If approved, $35 million would be allocated to support this initiative at all 9 universities. The board chair, Kevin Eltife, emphasized that the importance of making higher education more accessible and affordable, aiming to help students attend without accruing debt. Eligible students must be Texas residents enrolled in full-time and apply for the state and apply for state and financial aid. This expansion follows the This expansion follows the previous effort to increase college affordability, including the 2019 initiative that established a $167 million endowment for students from families earning less than $65,000, and the creation of the Promise Plus program with a $300 million endowment 3 years later. So, I mean, that's one good thing that's going on in Texas. You know, Texas, they're getting it to help the people who's come from families making less than $100,000. That is awesome. You know, and that was like, what, free? Hold on. Is that for the whole time? Let me read that again. Yeah, free tuition. Okay, that's good. Free tuition programs. Okay. So with all that being said, let's get to some funny stuff. And the funny thing we're going to go to is a couple things I thought was kind of funny. We're going to go ahead and Saucy Santana.
So biased and this and that and the third. Stop saying that turkey. Y'all know I don't like that.
Watching Jack.
No, because I don't like that. Girl, I be on here. It's a turkey thing that they send. It's a big turkey that just. Girl, yeah, I don't live for that. I don't live for that. No shit. Everybody looks like one. That's what I'm saying. So biased and this and that and the third. Stop saying that turkey. Y'all know I don't like that.
Why is Saucy starting to look a little bit like Carisha? It is right there. He kind of look like her. I mean, a darker, heavier version of her. He looking like he could be her big, chubby brother. But I thought that was kind of funny. Saucy Santana with the little plump turkey on his face. Because he's a plump turkey. And let's see here. I wanted to do, let's see if I have it up here anyways. If I don't have it, I'll find it for another time. But I thought it was funny, but I guess I don't see it. So we're going to, we want to do one more thing dealing with the courts. That's funny though. This YSL.
Yes, Your Honor. It goes directly to it.
What are you proposing to ask?
I'm proposing to ask if she told Kayla Bumpus in the hallway that was the last time she was going to call her a hoe. It goes direct.
I'm sorry, the last time who was going to
call? Sorry for the pronouns. That Kayla Bumpus was going to call Investigator Viverito.
We need to get into who it was, or just that somebody.
I think we need to get into who it was.
Why?
Because she's married to Mr. Jackson.
Well, was she at the time? Is this for real, y'all?
Yeah. Well,
none of this is relevant. Whatever is happening.
And it's Your Honor.
This case is so ghetto. It is so ghetto. So evidently one of the attorneys is married to one of the defendants, and the attorney woman was calling the expert witness a hoe on social media and all this other crap. I'm not about to read through all that, but that's the gist of it. But they talking about hoes in court. This is the most ghetto of this trial. They have to be ashamed of wasting taxpayers' money. They ought to be ashamed. And speaking of allegedly, we know the pastor got married down there. Giselle's ex-husband, he got married, and him and his wife, they are traveling the world. And I thought, oh, this is a nice looking. You know, I got it. I can't play the music, but I'm digging it. And I think pastors should be married. So, I mean, they look nice together. And they going around the world. My little brother, he went over to Egypt. He was kind of dressed up in that garb. Yeah, I said, boy, you like you belong over there. He's riding on the camel. She's a pretty lady. They look good together. They somewhere in one of the Muslim countries. But he said, I promise to show Miss Curry Baby the world, and the journey has begun. We are on our second country for the week and just getting started. Life is better when you have the right person walking with you. Okay. This looks nice. I like it. Oh, they're in Dubai. I don't think I would ever go there. I can't go nowhere where if I touch somebody, I might go to jail, because that young woman went to jail, honey, for touching the was the security man at the airport or whatever. Some black girl. No, not me. I'm gonna stay away from them countries, honey. I ain't going. No, ma'am. No, no. And I ain't going nowhere. I got to be covered up like that either. So we got that out the way. And let's see here. And then from there, I'm going to get on down here to the foolishness so we can get on to bed. I think I'm about to go to sleep. But this is some funny stuff, and I love it. I just watched the Miss Pat interview with Shannon Sharp. Great. I loved it. I really liked it. And I also feel like, sometimes I always say, why my life so regular? I ain't suffered like these people. So I think, when they have such a hard life at first, the Lord bless them to have a nicer life, as they get older. So this is Miss Pat and Trick Daddy. She asking him about had he ever been invited to a Diddy party. And listen to what he got to say. Let me see here.
I've been rapping since '95.
Did you go to Diddy parties?
They don't invite no like me at Diddy parties. My homeboys will rob that. Put your up and raise your hand and drop your money in your wallet in his basket. I ain't inviting no Diddy party. I'm not a Diddy party ass. I'm not that kind of dude.
I believe him too, because I believe he would have brought the money back in '95.
Diddy? I mean, I feel, don't get it twisted, I feel sorry for Diddy. Not only, but I'm gonna tell you, I feel sorry for hip hop. I feel sorry for the black culture, and I feel sorry for people that prejudge other people, because when they see who's on these tapes, when they hear the allegations of the other people that's co-conspiring,
my business. I don't want to know who on that tape. I
know it's gonna come. You ain't gotta want to know. It's about to come out.
Yeah, I know it is.
Somebody gonna be offered a hell of a plea deal.
How long you been in the game rapping?
I've been.
No, this is what is this? The Trick Daddy got a cooking show? What is this? But Trick Daddy, That tickled the mess out of me because he said his boys would have came up in there and robbed everybody. So put your dicks up. Oh my God, he is so hood. And I love watching the videos where they do the transformation with the breaking my heart videos, and someone did one of Trick Daddy. And I said, I forgot he used to look like that. We all then, came off of our different looks from when we were in our younger 20s and 30s. I said, but he was funny, this here, him and Miss Pat. But Miss Pat, if you get a chance, please watch the Miss Pat and Shannon Sharp interview. That is awesome. And she had a hell of a life, as a child. We're the same age. I think she's a couple months older than I am. And I just could not imagine having 2 babies by the time I'm in 8th grade. I could not. I mean, they all still wearing ponytails in 8th grade. And her baby daddy, she was 12. And he was grown when they first started doing what they do. But she had her, I think, first baby at 14 or something. Good interview. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. A very good interview. I really enjoyed it. You learned a lot about her, and you know why she has the personality she has because of the things that she went through. Good interview. If I could find a clip, I might even just play it. But because she even talks about how when she got on finally with Cat Williams, and how Cat Williams, she, met him there. She knew of him, but she met him there where they were supposed to, get ready for the show. And she was on the phone, and he overheard her talking about her father passing away because her father had just passed away like the day prior or so, and trying to get the funeral together. And he went back there and gave her some money and told her to bury her daddy, and did never ask for it back. Didn't tell nobody he did it, And she said the reason why people know about it because she has brought it up. And she said then he paid her. That's not the only time I heard that Cat Williams, did stuff for other people, and that's awesome because when you have a giving heart, things always come back to you. But this is the foolery. I found it. I wanted to see, and this is some turkey talk right here. A talk turkey. And y'all listen to this, and we'll leave off of this note.
It's time to talk turkey, ladies and gentlemen. Dark meat, fattier, juicier. I love that dark meat.
I know you do.
That's why I went right. I went right after it with that leg yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, there was no thought about getting a knife and getting those breasts. With the white meat, it was all about that leg.
You prefer the dark meat as well? I have always preferred dark meat, but if things don't work out this Thanksgiving, I think I'm going to switch and start going after the white meat exclusively. And I mean that sincerely.
Put a little gravy on it. It'll be fine.
Right. Yeah, you got to be able to work with it. You just got to, I think I can work with the white meat. I do. You can trust the white meat. It's pretty good. It's a little dry. It's consistent. It's reliable.
So you got to put some gravy on it.
It's always a little dry, but we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Good stuff.
I'm switching over.
Was she really talking about some dark meat? Was she talking about turkey, rather? Sound like she's talking about a man. And whoever she's supposed to be with for Thanksgiving, you better watch out. Because she's letting you know, you don't work out. She's I'm about to step over to the other side. But that's it for the show. And if you please, like and subscribe and share. And I'll be back with you with some more word on the curb. And just to let you know, we will be doing a live definitely a live on Sunday night. And that's getting ready for Married to Medicine. And we'll probably do a pre-live before that to go back where they left off. So thank you for your time. Bye-bye.